Hello everyone, my name is Michael, and welcome to episode 2 of the Ruinous Outtakes. It's good to see you all again. I hope you've been enjoying the new series so far, so I won't keep you waiting any longer. Let's hop straight to it. In today's episode of the Ruinous Outtakes, we'll be doing as we did last time. There are 2 other player characters that need to be explained and what roles that their organizations play within the Imperium. There will also be an extra bit covering over one of the most important parts of the Imperium of Man. But before I can do any of that, what happened last time on the Ruinous Outcome? In episode 2 of the Ruinous Outcome, it starts off with Amaros Agelaide still in his descent towards the planet's surface in a cargo pod which he commandeered with his armiger. Because of such a large vehicle, he could not escape with it in a normal shuttle, so he had to make do with this. It was travelling to the planet below at enormous speeds. He'd make it there much faster than everyone else. On the other hand, Barrimetrius, Rhys, and Gallius were all in a crowded shuttle along with some voidsmen, some Tempestus Scions, and a maintenance worker which they picked up along the way, the same one that warned us that it was in fact a melter charge that sabotaged the ship's Gellerfield. Upon landing, Amaros exits his pod, piloting his armiger, to protect himself from the acid rain. He begins his trek home, and seeing as it's a long one, he decides to keep a log of everything that's happening as he goes through. On his way home, however, some commoners who just so happen to have some mutations, probably from the acid rain or something, asked him for some aid. He crushed what he assumed to be their leader, and began walking away. One of them tried to catch up to him, running after his robot, but its large frame and long legs easily outstrided it. The person chasing after them then promptly exploded as they had yet another melter charge strapped to their chest. This was an attempt to cripple the armiger and steal it for themselves. Moving back onto the small shuttle that the rest of the party was on, it was looking a lot worse. A few days had passed, and a sickness had started to spread throughout the crew. The first voidsman to catch it started coughing. This coughing fit got worse and worse and worse until his insides became outsides. Our Inquisitor deemed it necessary to end the infected, to stop their own suffering, and to preserve those who still are clean. The voidsmen agreed to let it happen as they did not want to share the same fate. The infected Scions, however, didn't want to take this death as they thought they had fought too hard to get here. After an intense firefight inside this escape shuttle, the group pulls through, as well as a few remaining loyal troops, and have to maneuver a crash landing onto the planet's surface. With that, that's where that episode ended. And now we can move on to the first of the 2 characters I'll be describing to you today. Our first character we'll be going over today is Amaros Agelaide. Amaros Agelaide belongs to a long chain of a noble knight household. He is quite far removed, being a second cousin. However, he has made his way into the ranks of the family due to a gap needing to be filled. He is a bondsman, which means he pilots a armiger. We'll talk a bit more about those later on. All you need to know right now is that it's a big robot. He has an augmetic eye, fake blood, and false bones, which are all required to pilot his armiger, but despite all that, he despises augmentation. He also doesn't like the Adeptus Mechanicus. He believes that reliance on these augments and reliance on the Mechanicus are a weakness to his household, and that they shouldn't be relied upon. He carries himself with a knightly tone and personality, which is primarily a front when in front of his household or his subjects. His high status gave him access to extensive training. His ability to rally the people around him is exemplary, and he also has a knack for general tactics, formations, and military strategy. His voice is one that the people can trust to see them through to victory. His armiger specifically is a Helverin, so his is equipped with 2 autocannons. He uses them to provide range support for the higher class knights of the house. Now, to go into a bit more depth on the Imperial Knights, they are lines of noble blood that are placed to rule over planets, or in very rare cases, entire sectors, which can make up about 2 to 5 planets, maybe a few more. They are set there to oversee and protect these planets to make sure that they are up to Imperial code, using their high influence and blessings from the tech adepts of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They can pilot great robot suits called Knights, absolutely towering behemoths of engineering. These massive machines are often the key piece in turning points of most Imperial victories. They are incredibly agile, being able to move just like a normal person would. They are incredibly well armored, being able to take most abuse, and their guns are some of the strongest that the Imperium can muster. With such versatility, they can adapt to nearly every situation. There are also different classes of knight, which changes their chassis type, whether it be thinner, bigger, more armored, less armored, all that kind of stuff. It all depends on the standing of one's household. If you were a low-ranking noble in the house, you're probably going to be an armiger, like Amaros. And if you're a bit higher up, you're probably going to get something a bit bigger. Going on to those right now. To start us off, we'll go with the one we talked over the most, and the smallest, being the Armiger class. They're a lot smaller than the other knights, being used as squires or sidekicks for the other higher tier ones, often barked around and ordered by the higher standing nobles. Next up is the Questoris class, the primary type that's seen in the galaxy nowadays. They are the most versatile frame of knight, having a nice mix of agility, firepower, and defense. Their flexibility allows them to perform combat maneuvers across the battlefield, vaulting over buildings, outrunning enemy guns, and their shields can make it so that even if they do get hit, it wouldn't really have mattered. They're reliable, they come in all sorts of types, and every Imperial faction's always happy to see one appear on their battlefield. Moving up slightly is the Dominus class. It's a slight bit bigger than the Questoris class, and has a more armoured frame. This makes it a lot less mobile, essentially turning it into a gun platform. It can take more hits, however, in close range or mobility, it can't really do much. The big guns, however, are so strong that they can wipe out entire forces nearly on their own. Because of this trade-off, they can often be found further back than other knights, targeting enemies' strongest lines or assets. Next up is the Cerastus class. These are a hell of a lot taller and thinner. They also have a lot less armor, which makes them much more fragile. Due to this change, they are a lot faster, more mobile, and are often found as fearless vanguards that will charge towards the enemy. Such weapons like shock lances, giant swords, shields, sometimes even flamethrowers or a Gatling gun. And lastly, the Acastus class, the biggest of all the Imperial Knights, and they are rarely ever seen anymore, simply because of the resources it takes to make one of these. They have the most defensive ability of all the Knight classes, as their entire body is covered in the toughest and thickest plates that they could forge. It's essentially a walking fortress, and its guns can blow entire other Knight classes straight off the board in one shot. But like I said, they're very expensive to make, and oftentimes, if they are lost, that's just losing the war of itself. But I feel like I've talked enough about the Knights for now, so let's head into our next character. Our next character, and final one to explain, is Barrimetrius. Barrimetrius is a scout marine of the Salamanders chapter. Chapters are groups of space marines. I'll go into a bit more detail on that after we've talked about Barrimetrius himself. Due to being a scout, he wears a lot lighter, more agile power armor to sneak through enemy lines for covert missions. He understands well that he is not a fully fledged battle brother yet, and follows the example of his gene father Vulcan and his honoured brothers that he has fought beside. He reveres them for the most part. As most salamanders do, he holds a great care for his allies, risking his own life to save any of them, whether it be civilian, guardsman, or a cousin from another chapter. He will always uphold the mission, but Imperial lives will come first no matter what. Despite his kindness for the people within the Imperium, his hatred for those without is monumental. He will show not one shred of mercy to the enemies, whether that be Eldar, Orcs, Necron, Chaos, anyone that would dare harm an Imperial citizen, he will cut them down. Due to his training, he has been taught to equip a wide variety of weapons, whether that be bolters, shotguns, flamers, heavy bolters if needed, sometimes even a sniper rifle or a chainsword. And because of his Astartes training, he can take out most threats that stand before him. Now, let's talk a tiny bit more about the Space Marines themselves. The Adeptus Astartes, or the Space Marines, if that's what you want to call them, are the elite fighting force of the Imperium of Man. They are the Emperor's angels and the soldiers modified with the genetics of his sons. Due to past mistakes and tragedies, roughly around 10,000 years ago, most of the Space Marines had to be separated into chapters that can only contain 1,000 Space Marines at most, as more than that was just deemed far too dangerous, with a few exceptions. The Space Marines themselves, however, are highly durable, intensely trained, and incredibly versatile warriors that bring fear to the enemy while knowing none. They are psycho-indoctrinated from a young age, which makes them insanely loyal. Little could sway their faith in the Emperor and the Imperium of Man. They would rather die than any other option. Because of their greater stature, genetic augmentation, and other such benefits, their war gear is far greater than most of the fighting forces of the Imperium, packing a much greater punch, with a couple of exceptions. Their presence on the battlefield itself, however, provides a beacon of hope for all their allies and a symbol of death for the enemies. Their presence is hard to ignore, being as big and as deadly as they are. To list the founding chapters themselves, there are the Dark Angels, the Imperial Fists, the White Scars, the Blood Angels, the Ultramarines, the Salamanders, the Raven Guard, and the Iron Hands. That's all I really need to say about the Adeptus Astartes. There's so much about them that they could take up their own video, and they probably will. But that's not the point of today's episode. So, we're going to move on to our final little fact. The last thing I wanted to talk about today was the Emperor of Mankind, the leader of the Imperium in the Warhammer universe. The Emperor himself has been around for ages, for tens of thousands of years. And he's been pulling the strings to try and have humanity take its rightful place as rulers of the stars. About 10,000 years ago in the universe, he started a great crusade to reunite the stars of the galaxy under the singular banner of humanity. He used the Space Marines as his spear to drive out the dark, to kill the aliens, the mutants, and all of the other nasty things that existed. During this time, a great tragedy struck, and he had to be interred onto the Golden Throne to keep him alive. The throne of the Imperial Palace requires the souls of 1,000 psykers a day to keep it running, to keep him alive. A psyker is a rare type of person who can harness the power of the warp and all the chaos stuff and bring it out into reality to essentially, for lack of better words, cast spells, shoot lightning, see the future, alter minds, set things on fire, you name it. The Emperor himself, while he was around, was one of, if not the most powerful psyker in existence, with one of the most brilliant minds to match. His mastery of the warp was so well that he could bend it to his will with little to no repercussions, summoning warp storms or felling enemy armies, seeing visions into the future for his plans. With all that power, most of the Imperium thought him divine. For his plans, he needed certain roles filled as he worked on his projects. So the Emperor created 18 sons, which he named Primarchs, using his own genetics. Each one of them was created with a different purpose in mind. The Primarchs themselves we'll go into in maybe a different video, who knows, because there's a lot to unpack there. With all that being said, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and not just that, I hope you're enjoying the whole Wrath and Glory as a whole. It's definitely one of my favourite systems, so if you're enjoying it, that makes me really happy. If you did like it, please feel free to leave a like on YouTube, maybe even subscribe to get notified on the next episode coming out. You can also give us a review on Spotify if you want to help. And if you want to reach out to us, you can find us on our social media. We have Instagram, we have Twitter/X, we have TikTok, we have a Reddit, but don't go there. But yes, to find us, simply use our username at @TWODndpodcast. With everything that I've needed to say out of the way, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Glory to the God Emperor!
Whoa, that's more than I would ever
my
do.
notes. I made notes on what we were doing.
Oh shit! This means that he was in fact the guy who placed the melter charge. Why else
this
would he have
means
made
that
a
I
note?
need. This means that
I need to change and figure out who actually did do it.
No, it means I needed to remember names from last session, so
What's his name?
because he's on the ship.
But I'm trying to figure him out as well as everyone else's.
I
But
still
I want to try and because I know you very well now.
Hello.
And you really like to sort of be vocal about how you've shaped this person, and often it is not what we're trying to convey.
What do you mean?
You try to make Brian Goot an incredibly obese man with gout.
Well, yeah, because that was exactly how... You never described him as anything else.
I did describe him.
But he did describe him as an obese man with gout.
Well,
Just
yeah.
sort of just shapes that in your own mind, and you were like, "That's him now."
Is he an obese man with gout?
No, he's a
You just-
20-year-old man with a
Well,
beard. He's
yeah,
fucking
I know that
vicious.
now, but when I was
Shit,
talking
he's
about the
younger
gout,
than all of us.
when I was quoting the fat man with gout, one, you didn't stop me.
I did.
Well, not initially.
No, I did immediately because I was like, "What are you trying to do?"
Oh, okay. Well, before then, you didn't.
You can't
describe
challenge
him.
me in this.
You didn't
instance.
describe
I
him
did.
before then.
I did.
We're getting
I
sidetracked.
described him immediately before I even voiced him.
We are older
I must not have been
than
paying
Brian.
attention.
Unfortunately, I edit, so I know
All
everything
I
that
heard
happens.
was rich man, and I immediately thought he was fat and blubbery.
And cat girls.
Are they canon?
Yeah.
That's
Unfortunately.
crazy.
Yeah, I think
They
they're
look. They
they're
don't.
called
They don't
fat
look like
humans.
No, I was going to ask if they look
Felonies.
disgusting.
They
They do. They look
disgusting.
disgusting.
They're like Siamese people. Like, sorry, not that. Is it Siamese cats?
Sphinx cats.
That's it.
Yeah, they do.
Fucking ball sack cats.
They look freaky and weird.
Yeah.
They're like bingers. Imagine just like being, I don't know, fucking seeing a felonid, just being like, what? Who gave raw chicken legs? Like, who let raw chicken fucking walk around?
Behold,
and
a
get in his
human.
room? Yeah, literally.
It might come back out the warp and be like a machine, like a Zeman machine. What? Do they exist?
What, demon engines?
Demon engine ships.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sick.
the Conqueror's one.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't read the books. It's like a whole thing.
This isn't the books. This is just. Oh, okay.
Well, no, to be fair, you wouldn't know that unless you read the books, because I don't know that.
You didn't know that Lotara Sarin became part of the.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
You don't know
man.
who Lotara Sarin is?
Okay,
know
Back
people,
on topic.
Dude, you don't know who Baflingus Durungus is?
I know who
the
Butlingus
fuck,
Saringus
dude?
is.
I'm
Gaper Bingzoid.
Who knew they had glop shitters in Warhammer 40k?
Oh.
Yeah.
Piss is a line. One.
Yeah, it changes colour every day.
Yeah.
2 is brown.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got pooey.
It sort of turns purple towards the end, which is very confusing.
His kidneys are failing. That's what that
No,
means.
that's just what flavor does.
You know, brown flavour.
Brown urine and
Red poo.
and red poo. It's literally that Peter Griffin joke.
Fuck.
I'm pearl.
I'm not racist, but
Those
Yeah.
fucking rattling.
they
I
do
love the ratlings.
They eat-
They also love my possessions.
Everything.
Very funny.
we finished.
No, but
each other's sandwiches.
they cook up some crazy fucking meals though. They're always good to have on a team because they cook some good shit.
Although
they do
it's called Frozen.
They do steal my
Frozen,
toilet paper.
The song. We finished each other's sandwiches, and also it's a double entendre because Ratling eat food. They finish each other's sandwiches.
Jokes are always the best when you explain them, everyone.
Well, it's because he's dumb, and he was like sentences, Ethan.
I was making Another joke.
Terrible joke.
You were making poo in your stomach and it came out your mouth instead.
Why is it red?
They're flavoured.
The joke came full circle. All right.
I ate a full circle.
And that's called a segue. Almost made Jay throw up. That's if I do that.
Still in the escape pod.
I get an achievement if I make Jay throw up this recording.
True. Mind if I shove my entire arm down your throat? I need that Steam achievement. I need to get that 100% completion. I need my platinum trophy, dude.
Grabs uvula thermally. Oh wow, Jesus!
That's the one that tastes like meat.
It does not taste like meat.
Let's finish each other's meatballs. That's what I was gonna say.
Is that apple fritter?
I've never
No,
been
I
so
just fucking
so much
said.
like
Yeah.
Birthday kunk.
Birthday kunk. That tastes
Oh my
exactly
God,
like
they're all
meat.
the same. I'm waiting for that chair to split in half, and you just be like, ah!
We should give it to you. You'd somehow make it silent.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, there's a third one now.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
she
have-
melted too.
What? There's a third one.
They
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
like a football overhead throw,
I'm sorry, a third what?
baby.
Sibling. Well,
Everyone keeps saying that Mummy Pig cheated because it doesn't look like Daddy Pig.
What?
There's a new daddy.
You don't need to search
No,
that
no,
now.
it's just the same guy.
Oh, okay.
The people are just saying that he cheated. Sorry, that she cheated.
Yeah,
I
to
don't
be
really
fair,
know why.
Daddy Pig would cheat.
No, not
and
him.
give birth to a new child.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
And these two.
Okay.
Peppa Pig Mpreg.
moving on.
Okay, Google. Peppa Pig Mpreg. Search right now.
You need to be stopped.
look
Put it on the
inappropriate.
Yeah.
Fuck, she's real. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I told you did need to search that up.
Of course, it happened like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, the song to go along with it.
How do you know that, Jay?
Getting up a 30-second timer. If it goes off before, then I'm gonna shout loudly.
They played it on Radio 2.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done. Everything's done. We're done with Peppa Pig's younger sister.
For now.
And
Yeah.
melting swines.
Till we're done recording, thankfully.
Don't drink monsters, kids. Don't.
Yeah.
Drink kids, monsters.
Especially warp spawned ones from the Ruinous powers. Do not drink a nurgling.
No, don't do that.
Oh no, do drink nurglings. They're fucking adorable.
Yeah.
Just little guys. Going,
Oily.
I'm off on that
Yeah.
Zinch pack. They got me seeing secrets.
That's actually a good one.
Nurglings also make their own gravy, so it
You know, coily shits on your boot.
Yeah, true.
farts liquidly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's just mud.
Yeah.
How? Oh, I'm here now.
I'm here now.
Well, I guess I am not organic, am I?
The acid doesn't work on
Look
me.
at this. Just like fucking drip like falls into a puddle. Wow!
I was bored, so I turned into a cockroach.
it's a mutant. Kill it.
Yeah.
You can't escape me. Sorry, Jay.
All right.
Play metal pipes falling.
Wow,
Thank
that really
you.
was.
Thank you, Ethan.
Yeah, that was good. Thanks, Ethan.
Ethan, do you want to put a little like something in the middle of this?
Put a good gif.
Wow, that was really offensive, Ethan.
Yeah.
Why the hell why'd you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am just gonna say fuck you in the middle of the editing.
Whenever I look at you, I imagine the guy that says, "I'm not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men."
Where's that from?
That's fucking like Special Victims Unit, I think.
So what's Law and Order?
Yeah. Genuinely, yeah. I don't know. It was some point like some kind of fucking legal defense in some way. I don't really remember why.
I'm not gay. I have relationships with women and sex. with
Yeah,
men.
yeah, and then like the
All right,
detective
boys.
guy goes, "That means you're gay."
We're getting I'm 10 foot tall. He has 6 arms and he's wearing weird goggles in his
I
machine.
can only
And
see
I'm
4
just a
of them. What are
floating
the other
eye.
two? Oh, Jay, not
The
again.
described headcanon that we're making up is so bad
Yeah.
for us.
I am just a floating eye for reference.
Yeah.
My iconic one eye.
That's it. When you become a DM, do you want that to be on like a
Yeah.
little DM panel?
Ethan's
No.
quite tall, actually.
You're an eyeball.
I don't want that.
Don't know.
I don't know.
I was only going to
I
Pizza Express. I really didn't mean to do it.
What?
Sorry, you sounded like Prince Andrew.
It's just I had to wake up at 6:15 this morning because driving.
fair enough. But
Damn.
I mean, like
That's kind of just like a normal time to wake up,
For
Michael.
some-
When you go to bed at 3, however,
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
it is a me problem.
a
But
problem he does not seek to fix.
Yep.
I thought you said you were trying to fix your sleep
I
schedule.
gave up.
You prick.
It's very hard.
No, you didn't even say I'm trying to. You said I won. You said I succeeded.
I did for a bit, and then I fell.
For a day!
Bro relapsed.
Welcome to the worst outtakes. I hope you're enjoying this one. Tell us in the comment section what this episode's about. I'll read it later.
Hotshot Laz people.
We look out the window and there's just like another escape pod, but they're all partying.
No, I like that. That's a really good nickname. Yeah, the hotshot Laz people. That's where you come
That's
from,
just
Michael.
science,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the science.
Yeah, damn. That's...
Or the Kazakins, depending on how you want to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at you. I don't need to talk. I'm looking at
That did look like a rageful glare.
That wasn't Rachel Glare.
That was just like a.
Pretty much.
I'm sorry that my resting face looks like a like a
Full
freaking
metal
angry
jacket.
Resting bitch face.
I love the fact that I've just noticed this. Me and him have got restless legs, and you're gay. That's the different size right now.
I've
True.
got restless
You
legs.
stop now because I pointed it out.
Mm-mm.
I've been watching it all day.
Yeah, I know, it's going.
I've got restless legs.
I haven't noticed.
I've been moving it all around.
You've got restless Smeg more.
Silly style.
What?
I don't need to do restless legs. My hands do enough for me.
Yeah, you need honestly go to the doctor
Seriously.
Is
about
that
that.
Please.
forced or?
No,
Please, Michael, go to the doctor.
seriously, Mike, go to the doctor about that. It's
Have.
what
Have.
did
What
they
did
say?
they say?
Well, rather, I booked an appointment.
Oh, okay, that's
Oh,
alright then.
good.
And then they're gonna say, "So how much have you been sleeping?
So how much do you eat?
Yeah.
What do you eat? Your sunlight."
Beef.
Me when the quote employed man and tells me how to fix my life. I ain't listening to that shit.
Yeah,
This is when we just learn Michael is a vampire.
Yeah.
He's just been eating garlic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, Ethan. You've done nothing again.
No, I was really thinking, it's just like, wow, this is 3 guys doing something, and also sometimes there's a B plot.
Yeah,
It's like an 8-part series.
Yeah,
and by
he's-
part, we'll first interact with you by part 6.
Yeah, no, he's
Part 3.
he's the Polar F doing fucking side quests.
to be fair, the
The
moment
difference
I
is
get
Polnareff is the main
Yeah,
character.
true. He is a main
We are
character.
losing